Now it's time for Coach's Comments, presented by Southside Auto Tech. Cristiano Cimetta with you, alongside Stars head coach and GM Cody Chupp. And Cody, you lose this game 4-2 against the Omaha Lancers. The start for your team, which is what you've been looking for all season long, was there. What was the difference in your approach tonight from what you saw against Tri-City on Tuesday night?
I did like our start. I thought we were prepared. We played our game. We scored the first goal. Those are the things that were our focus as we worked through the week. What I thought the difference in this game was their willingness to be simple in transition, and when they're outside the dots, using shooter IQ, just putting it on the pads and getting it into a good area, and then being harder in that area. For us, there were too many times where we're trying to break guys down one-on-one. We're trying to make one extra move, hold on to it a second longer, instead of just taking what the game gives us, working to the net without the puck, and then committing to being hard in that area. I mean, we produced enough chances to score, we produced enough chances to win, but how many second chances are we winning? How many of those pucks are ending up in the back of the net? I know Glover's goal was a rebound opportunity, but when we get pucks there, are we committed to being the harder, stronger group? And then in our own end, when pucks go there, are we reaching, trying to swat at it, or are we engaging bodies and getting under sticks? And that, to me, our own end specifically, was not good enough in that scoring area right in front of our net.
And then we talk about the third period. The Stars are up 2-1. You were 6-0-1 after two periods when leading in the game. This is your first game where you come away after three periods without a point. They scored 2 goals in 54 seconds in the opening minute, but then after that, you still have so much time in the third period. Did you sense the lack of urgency from your bench until it was too late, until about the 3-minute point?
Yeah, I think some of that credit goes to Omaha and their simplicity in playing with a lead, and they're very difficult to establish a forecheck on and take pucks away and create an end zone opportunity for yourself, because when they get it, it's gone. And it doesn't matter what it looks like, it's getting outside the zone. I thought they strung together some good shifts after they scored, which put us on our heels, and our response, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough to start the period. Those breakdowns that I talked about, those areas in front of our net, around our net, the one goal is a face-off play where the guy comes around the back of the net, and, we've got guys watching the puck, and he just whips it, and it ends up on the back door to a guy that's wide open. We are man-on-man on a face-off loss. Everybody is responsible for somebody. So for that to happen, it's as much a mental breakdown as it is a physical breakdown.
And your team has only taken 4 penalties in the last 3 games, so the discipline part of your squad, staying out of the penalty box and forcing yourselves to play 5-on-5 against the other team, you think that would give you guys the upper hand tonight? What was the difference 5-on-5, aside from that simplicity, aside from the breakthroughs from Omaha through the neutral zone, that really separated you guys from getting a point and possibly 2 tonight after leading after 2?
We weren't ourselves consistently enough, and we spent a lot of time this week talking about Omaha and how they play the game and how we are going to play and embrace our game in order to have success. And I thought we weren't consistent enough in our side of it. What Omaha did was what we pre-scouted, what we talked about throughout the week. We were prepared, we were ready for it. We weren't committed enough to doing things right on our own end, and that to me is a really frustrating aspect of this one that we no doubt have to shore up quickly.
Yeah, one last question for you, Cody. So now that you play Omaha on the Sunday, how will you use the Saturday in between, because you usually have the Friday-Saturday or a Saturday-Sunday to recharge the batteries and get going, because it's another big 2 points against a Western Conference rival like the Lancers in a building where you've come away victorious already this season?
Yeah, they came into our building and punched us in the mouth. So, I think for us, we need to be hungry. We need to be committed to the type of effort that we have to have. We need to be committed to those areas that I talked about in front of their net, in front of our own net. We should be pissed off after this one, but to go in there and try to be something that we're not, or to change something, we have to commit to being us. And we've seen it through video. We've seen it through stretches of this year already. When we are us, we're very effective. But for some reason or another, we're not consistent in it, and it's a decision. It's not we're not capable. It's not what our opponent is doing. It is solely on us to make the decision to be simple that rewards us with offensive zone time, and we weren't that enough tonight. We were at times, but we weren't consistent enough.